because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sport. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game?
I'm here with
Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sport. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
It doesn't get bigger than this. It all starts here. We are here at Centennial for the Open Playoffs. Welcome on into the broadcast, everybody. I'm Stephen Buxton, joined by Parker Garash. We've got a good one here tonight. The number 6 Wolves come into Centennial and take on one of the top teams in the country, number 48, Centennial. The Wolves have a tough task on their hands, and I got to talk to head coach Conrad Hamilton before the game. I'm here with Desert Mountain head coach Conrad Hamilton ahead of their first round matchup for the Open against Centennial. Coach Hamilton, biggest game of the year, one of the best teams in the country. How are you going to beat them?
we got to play hard, right? Of course, we always got to give our best, but just we got to be ready for a fist fight. And I think, our guys are we're proud of the opportunity that we've gotten to be here, but we've deserved this opportunity too, all right? We're not running away from this challenge. Our guys have embraced it, and we're going to give everything we have. We don't have to beat them 10 times, right? All right, this isn't a 7-game basketball series. This is one night on a football field, and who's going to be the best team. We just got to go play by play, series by series, quarter by quarter, all right? And we're going to give our best, and we're going to play aggressive as hell.
You guys have gone through a lot of adversity this year, and it's going to happen tonight. Again, it's one of the best teams in the country. How do you expect to face it?
I just think, you got to laugh and then face adversity, right? We challenge these kids all year long, right? They've been grinding. We've been in adverse situations, all season long, all off season, guys getting injured, guys having to step up, family issues, all sorts of stuff. That's just life in general. That's what this sport teaches you, right? Knowing how to deal with life and all those things that pop up that you have to deal with and be adaptable. And that's really what our guys have been this year, is adaptable, right? Being able to persevere and having that next play mentality. Right? If you don't have a championships mindset, you won't be able to deal with adversity during any game or any life situation. So we preach that to our kids on a daily basis, and they'll deal with the adversity as it comes in the game. But we're going to be ready to play ball, no doubt about that.
One of the biggest games in the country tonight. Coach, thank you for the time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Tonight, the Wolves are going to have their hands full. It's one of the biggest stages in sports, the Open tournament in Arizona, and it's on a field that has seen it all. Some people would say it's a David versus Goliath scenario, but it's so much more than that. It's tradition. It's a school that has seen so much success, so much sustained dominance over recent years versus the up-and-comer. We've got a school that is building a power. They're building a contender, and so far this year, they have managed to roll through their season and put themselves in a position to contend for an Open championship. Parker, what is Desert Mountain going to have to do to stop this high-powered Centennial offense?
I think just contain the penalties. I mean, as we've seen all season long, this is a team that has struggled defensively, a lot of false starts, a lot of holdings. So if they can do that and just control the pace of, like you're just saying, that this high-powered offense, they're going to be able to contend and play with these guys. But I mean, this has been a nationally ranked team all season long. I think as high as 22, according to Max Prep. So this is a team this is their toughest task of the year, like we even talked about pregame just between the two of us. So I'm very, very excited to see how Desert Mountain controls and contains the adversity they're about to face.
And here comes
some
the
train
horns as they're about to run out onto the field. And again, some people, you dream of this as an athlete, you dream of this as a player, just getting to be able to put yourself in this position to not only make it to the dance, but to compete for a state title at the highest level. Desert Mountain, they're a senior-laden team. They've got a lot of experience all over the board. Do you think, is there going to be anything that they got to do differently to handle the nerves?
Dude, I can barely hear you right now. This is insane. This is the loudest environment we've been in all season long. And this is 6A football. I mean, DM's a 5A school. They've had a really tough schedule, I guess you can say, but they've been able to manage and beat pretty much every single person outside of Higley that 1 week. But yeah, I didn't. What was the question? I'm sorry. I could literally legit barely hear you.
Players growing up, you dream of being on this stage. How Desert Mountain's got a lot of seniors. It's a very experienced team. They're the ones who have basically built this program up in recent years. How are they going to be able to manage the nerves? Is that going to come into play?
That's definitely a good question. You see, at least three of the captains that I know of are seniors. You got Dylan Tapley out there, Santana Wilson, and Dylan Hip, all going Division I, too. So I think what they need to do is just step up as leaders to the younger guys, especially guys like Cameron Terry, who has come in as a third-string running back and really done a decent job at being able to control the run game for them after Max Sheffer and Ryan McDonough went down. But, it's going to be a tough task. A lot of people have this team as winning the Open Division too. So I'm excited just to see how this comes. We saw pregame too, a lot of chirping going on at the 50-yard line between the two teams. So this is going to be one of the best games of the week by far.
It's a perennial contender. Centennial, they've won 7 state titles in football across different levels. Most recently in 2018, they won 5A. They're essentially a lock to compete in the 6A or open division every single year lately. And they're welcoming in it's basically the new kid in town, Desert Mountain. It's their first time in the open. What do you expect from them tonight?
Well, they're the only 5A team in the open division. A lot of people, I think, were surprised, especially after the loss that they took to Higley that day to be in this. But with a lot of luck, Canyon Del Oro falling out. We were talking too. It's like when we heard Canyon Del Oro was out of the open when they made the 4A playoffs, we kind of figured Desert Mountain was going to be here. So they are one of the best teams in the state, regardless of division. So I expect to see whoever's at quarterback, if it's Bryce Herges, if it's Brady McDonough, they got to control this offense with pace and confidence. But yeah, I really don't know what to expect. This is going to be their toughest task of the year. But yeah, I'm just excited we're in the open state playoffs.
Desert Mountain, it looks like they probably won the toss. They're going to kick off. Alex Weeks is going to kick it off. And for Centennial, they've got number 26, Braden Long, back there. And they've got Hayden Allen back there to receive.
As well as Marcus Logan on the right side of the field.
It's going to be a good one here. One of the biggest games, if not potentially the biggest game in the state tonight. Again, Desert Mountain has all of the high-end talent in the world, but this is the true test. This is the gold standard of a high school program in Texas. As they kick off, kick is taken back from just past the goal line, makes a couple moves, makes a guy miss, almost trips over. He might have a lane and gets finally taken down, just fighting through tackles. Finally taken down at the 40-yard line, Braden Long. What a start for the Coyotes.
Yeah, that's definitely the kickoff they wanted there, being able to get to around, it looked like the 35-yard line just about. 39-yard line. This offense is explosive. Let's hit a couple of notes real quick. Their quarterback, a sophomore, that is Kynan Mana. 59.5% completion rate, thrown for 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 1 interception on the year.
Yes, Kanan Mana, he's really talented, and he's got a lot of weapons all over the field, most notably number 11, Noah Carter, one of the big-time prospects in Arizona, as Mana drops back, dumps it off, and that pass is incomplete, looking for Ricky Munoz.
Tony Cumberland and Cassius Atherton have to be staples in this defense for Desert Mountain tonight to really make sure they can get a win. The Oregon commit, one of the best in the state, one of the best in the country. He's a 5-star recruit in Cumberland. He missed a couple of weeks, as we know, due to injury, but he's back and ready to go. But yeah, he needs to put his staple on this game tonight to make sure Desert Mountain gets the win.
They're going to be a massive factor in Desert Mountain's success, as they have been all year. Hands it off to the running back, and there's that Desert Mountain defensive line. Dylan Hipp and Tony Cumberland in there on the tackle for loss.
Yeah, Cumberland and Cassius Atherton, I just want to hit on one thing one more time. 55 total tackles between the two. Again, we've seen Tony miss a handful of games, not a lot of run, but I mean, when he's in, he's aggressive and he's active and he makes offensive lines, even as big as this, pretty uncomfortable from the start.
That handoff to sophomore Owen Reynoso went nowhere. Desert Mountain leaning on one of their strengths all season. They're able to get after the quarterback as good as any team. Mana drops back, trying to buy some time. He floats it out, and he had it wide open, but dropped.
Elijah Mears looked like he tripped up on some beat-up grass there, too. I don't know if you saw that. He was trying to go back to cover the area, and he fell. This is natural grass, too. Probably, I think, one of the only fields we've seen this season, right? I think it's them and Sunrise Mountain that have had these type of fields. But, yeah, what a break for Desert Mountain. because that would have been taken to the house.
Gage Galbraith, the senior tight end for the Coyotes, just couldn't haul it in, and Desert Mountain off to just about as good of a start as you could ask for. As the punt, solid punt, out to Jack Freeberg, makes a move, gets tripped up, and we've got a flag on the field.
I think it's going to be on Desert Mountain. I don't know what, but it might be holding. You will see the call.
Looks like the turf monster got him out there.
You mean the grass monster?
The grass monster. Actually, one of the few grass fields Desert Mountain has played on. They played on a lot of turf all year. This one is grass. Not sure if it'll make any difference. I think it's really just a matter of who that team on the other side of the line is. Again, 48 in the country. Centennial.
Noah Carter, number 11 in blue tonight, blue and red. He's going to have a big impact on the defensive side, too. 10 total sacks on the year for him. He's going to the University of Washington. But, yeah, he's going to be a big part on both sides of the ball. We talked to some people pregame about how he plays both sides of the ball and excels. But, yeah, watch out for him as an edge rusher on the defensive line.
From a Coyote to a Husky, he's going to be an absolute monster in the future of the Big Ten. You know, I'm getting these conference realignments mixed up.
It's going to be in the what? Because what, UW's in the Big Ten?
I almost said Big 12, but no, they're in the Big Ten. As here comes the Wolves, led by Brady McDonough, who's had a fantastic senior year. They had Dylan Hipp motioning across, but there's an early flag. Looks like it's against the Wolves.
And this is what would cost them the game right here is 2 penalties already. And unfortunately for us, we do not have the time on the scoreboard, as their scoreboard, I believe the PA announcer said it doesn't work. So we do not know the time of the game, so I don't think that will be up on our screen as well for you guys. But, yeah, tough break.
Motions Hipp across. Looks like he handed it off to Terry right up the middle, and that's going nowhere. Noah Carter was in on that, along with a swarm of Coyotes. Desert Mountain quick, second down.
Max Sheffrin.
15.
That was Max Sheffrin. He is back in the game. Or he was back in the lineup, I guess.
Well, that's an early storyline that we could get into.
Yeah,
Max
look, number
Sheffrin,
6.
the leading rusher for the Wolves. He's such a talented kid out there. He averages well over 5 yards a carry, and he's missed a big chunk of the season as Brady McDonough keeps it.
Brady, I think, is going to learn early. It's going to be a little bit more tougher for him to do these QB draws and sneaks. Talented on his feet. We've seen him when he was fully healthy these last, 3 to 4 weeks, that he is able to go on his feet and get a lot of yardage. But this defense, like you've talked about early so far, they are aggressive and active coming off that line with the amount of talent they have.
Aggressive, active, and utterly dominant.
Yep.
They allowed 12.2 points per game as McDonough, he's looking deep, trying to buy some time, rolls out to his left, and he's going to run for it. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage, and Desert Mountain, another 3 and out, both sides taking out the punters real quick.
Yeah, not a good start for Desert Mountain there. Both offenses have been quiet. I know it's only been one drive first couple minutes of the game, but yeah, I think defense is going to win this game for either one of these teams tonight.
Early appearance for Tyler Stanford for Desert Mountain, the punter. He's had a solid year, but Coach Hamilton would prefer not to see him a ton. And that punt just inside the 45, and that's picked up by one of the up men. Number 0 for the Coyotes, Hayden Allen, tries to run it, but gets taken down from behind.
That was Keaton Morales in on that tackle. He's not seen the field a lot, I don't believe, this season either, dealing with some injuries. But, I mean, hearing his name, seeing Max Sheffrin, this team might be a little bit more healthy than we expected.
This team, along with just about every team in the country, has faced so much adversity, so many injuries, nagging injuries here and there. Guys have missed games, but it's football. we're in week 12 at this point. I mean, no one is completely healthy. It's just a matter of how much you can survive that. But Desert Mountain, what are they going to have to do to just mitigate the effect of Noah Carter today?
Well, it looks like they already got another penalty drawn on the punt or on the punt off. So I'm going to say penalties. I mean, if they can just contain their emotions and control, I mean, they're going to have a successful night. And as we see another penalty flag fly, that is another tough break for the Wolves.
The Wolves, it's been a dominant season for them. It's been an incredible year in all facets of the game. But the one thing that Coach Hamilton will point out every single time you talk to him is that he hasn't seen the team play their best football. He hasn't seen them play a complete, clean game yet. And they're going to need to. As they hand it off to Reynoso, he makes a cut, and he's driven down. That's Lucas Bloomling. They finally get him down just past the line of scrimmage. And we've got a flag on the field again. A lot of dirty laundry early on today.
That was Samar Turner on that run to the senior running back. He'll be a guy to watch out for sure. He's got 19 carries on the year only, but for 5 rushing touchdowns. So when they use him, he's aggressive, and he is really, he's really successful with his run so far. So yeah, he'll be a guy to watch out for in the run game for the Coyotes.
This Centennial team, they run the heck out of the football. Over 7 yards per carry, and they can really lean on that run game and just wear teams out. It's going to be a tough task for the Wolves tonight, but that's a pretty similar game that they've been able to play against other teams. Obviously, they don't run the ball to that degree. They don't run the ball with the frequency, but they have been able to just grind teams down and wear them out. As we've got a 1st and 15 for the Coyotes at the 41-yard line. Motion a man into the backfield. That's Matamoros, who gets out to the sideline, taken out by one of the Wolves. No gain on the play.
And the Wolves defense is coming out with a little bit more confidence in them. You know, like we've said, this team has been extremely good all season long. That's why they're in the state finals. But their defense has struggled a bit from time to time. But right now, outside of the penalties, they are playing really good football.
2nd down, and still 15 to go. Got Owen Reynoso in the backfield, motioning to the other side.
They got 3 signal callers on the sideline.
Mana drops back, hit immediately by Atherton, manages to slip past that. He's going to run and gets about 8 on the play, but we've got another flag on the field.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. If I don't know how many penalties have been called already. I think 6 or 7. That's rough. That is very, very rough. And I don't know who it's on.
It is on Desert Mountain. Face mask. That's going to be an automatic 1st down for the Coyotes. Desert Mountain early on, putting themselves in a tough spot. But this defense, they're up to the challenge. They're led by that front 4, obviously, but they've also got the 5A Northeast Valley Defensive Player of the Year, Santana Wilson, out there. And he has been a force for them as the handoff right up the middle goes nowhere.
Yeah, you hit on Santana. We love to talk just amongst ourselves, and we say he went on, a 7-week heater with how incredible he was playing with the blocked field goals, the interceptions, the rushing touchdown, too, that he had a handful of weeks ago. He is by far one of the best defensive players in 5A. And, of course, this year he is the best defensive player in 5A. So, yeah, I was very excited and very proud of him for the work he put in this season.
2nd and 9. Dumps it off. Makes a cut. That's Matamoros. Gets finally taken down inside the 10. Coyotes showing some life on offense early on, putting pressure on this Desert Mountain defense in the red zone already. They had Braden Long in the backfield, but now it's Reynoso back there again. Reynoso gets it right up the middle, and he's getting pushed inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down from right around the 5. Coyotes give it to Reynoso on the stretch. He makes a cut. And did he get in?
You're going to measure it? Looks like 3rd down.
He didn't get in. He just right at the 1-yard line. Big play here for the Wolves. If they could stop this team as they hand it off to Reynoso again, and he's in for the touchdown. Top early on 6-0.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, I hate to say it, but Desert Mountain beat themselves on that drive. You know, if you really think about it, they had 3 penalties all called on them that led Centennial down the field. So the penalties are going to play a massive factor in this game. If they can play a clean slate of football from here, they're going to have a chance. But unreal job by the Coyotes, just running it down their mouth and getting the score.
Aaron Alvarez in there to kick the extra point. And we've discussed all year, how long can Desert Mountain survive? Just the penalties, some of the mistakes, some of the miscues. How long can they survive? And they were tested in Higley, and obviously that was the only loss of the year as that kick goes through the uprights. It's 7-0 now. But they were tested against Higley. They couldn't get away with it there. And now one of the best teams in the country, they're not going to be able to get away with penalties or miscues here. They're going to have to play a very clean game tonight.
Most definitely.
But Parker, the Wolves are going back on offense. What do you expect them to do just to strike back early on? Again, it's 7-0. It's not
early.
like anything out of the normal has happened. It's early in a football game, but 7-0. They're getting the ball. How do you think they answer?
Well, I think how they answer is going to depend on Brady McDonough. This is a kid that's been awesome all season long. Unfortunately, you know, the 10 interceptions does hurt him a bit, but if he can come in, calm the offense down, don't cause any penalties, don't get out of the pocket too much, find your open receivers. I mean, that is going to depend. That's going to really, for me, that's going to decide the outcome on this game. He's been great all year. He's put up great stats, but if he can do that, they will definitely be able to tie this thing up.
Kick is fielded inside the 5 by Journey Solomon. He's running it right up the middle, tries to make a cut. Taken down close to the 30-yard line. But McDonough, he's been good throughout his whole career, but he's never been the guy, and he's also never been healthy. This is the first year that he's been the guy. This is his team. It's been his team all year, and it's the first time that he's been healthy. And what more could they ask from their quarterback? He's led them to a 9-1 record. He's had a phenomenal season. Just under 2,000 yards, 1,800, 62% completions. And he has shown what he can do. As that handoff to Sheffrin gets taken for a couple yards, taken down quickly, though, by the Coyotes.
Yeah, Sheffrin, he's been banged up all year. He's been out, I think, past 5-6 weeks due to injury, along with Ryan McDonough, their running back, too. But good to see him back on the field. But, yeah, Sheffrin, this has been his team. We have seen, though, when it's not going his way, Conrad Hamilton has not shied away from going to Bryce Hirsch as their transfer quarterback. So
they've got two talented quarterbacks there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brady, the future Navy quarterback next year, he committed there. As he drops back, trying to buy some time, rolling out to his left, fires it out to the sideline, and it is caught by Journey Solomon.
And it looks like it's going to be a third down.
Third down and short. Going to be interesting to see what Coach Hamilton and the Wolves dial up here. But again, it's a talented quarterback room.
Yes.
Obviously, McDonough, he's going to be going to Navy, but Hergis, he's got several Division I looks. He was over at Chaparral previously, and he's going to take the reins next year. McDonough, quick pass. That's caught, makes a move, and they get the first down. That's Santana Wilson already making an impact on offense.
Swiss Army knife, as we like to call him on our broadcast. He is all over the field. He's become really a two-way player, having to come in at running back sometimes and receiver like there, and as well as the cornerback position. But, he could have a massive impact on this game on both sides too. So empty backfield here for McDonough. Let's see what happens.
Santana Wilson, one of the most dominant high school players that I've seen. The Texas commit is going to be huge for them next year. McDonough fires it over to Freeberg, bobbled up, almost picked. Nearly a tough break for the Wolves, but they get to just live another day there. Coyotes almost had a great opportunity. And the refs are making Desert Mountain wait just a second more so Centennial can get their substitutions in.
Yeah, it looked like a helmet malfunction for the player that came off there.
Hit motions across. Sheffrin runs through a tackle, and he's got room. Taken down past the first down inside Centennial territory. He's at the 45.
Sheffrin, I believe, was your first player of the game. Is that correct?
He was over at Cactus.
Yeah, he is a player that when he is in the game, he's been able to elevate what they can do with the run game. Of course, we haven't seen a lot of it because of the injury history, but you see it there. First down, moving the chains and getting the Wolves into Centennial zone for the first time this game.
Sheffrin fakes the handoff. McDonough looking deep. He's going to get it out to Freeberg, who has to play defensive back right there. High pass nearly picked off by the Coyotes again.
And that was Iverson Small. The senior plays both sides of the ball, too. He's been a great player for Centennial all season long.
But back to the point on Sheffrin, he's only played 6 games, but what he has done in those 6 games was so impressive.
Yeah.
408 yards, that leads the team still. 5.4 per carry. He's got 5 touchdowns. He was a dominant player while he was on the field, and Coach Hamilton's got to be ecstatic to have him back. 2 backs, handed off to Journey Solomon, makes a cut, running up the left side of the field, finally drove down at the 41-yard line.
Don't know who else is in. There was a 2-man tackle, but number 12, Marcus Logan, he was in on that tackle to bring down Solomon just short of the first down marker.
One of the things that this Desert Mountain team does really well is block. They've got receivers out there who will fight in the run game. Obviously, their offensive line is fantastic.
Yes.
But it's really a key asset to their game, running jet sweeps, doing different kinds of screens and motions.
It is loud here, Steven.
It is. This is playoff football. McDonough, empty backfield. He's going to run it himself right up the middle, gets the first down and a little bit more.
He got yanked a little bit from the back, too, with the jersey pull. No call there. But, yeah, it looks like a first down is going to move the chains for the Wolves again.
Centennial getting their first real, their first real taste of this Desert Mountain offense that has been outstanding this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've scored 310 points. 31 a game this year. And that is a little skewed, obviously, because of that loss to Higley, but still 31 a game. McDonough, he's going to run it again. He's got space. Taken down just short of the first down line.
And like we've talked about, he likes to get on his feet. If he doesn't see an open receiver, he is going downfield and trying to make a play for himself. That has hurt him a couple of times with a couple of fumbles on those QB sneaks, but so far tonight, he's been really good at being able to get the ball downfield a little bit more time and time again. I really like what I'm seeing from McDonough so far.
Early on, it looks like Centennial's playing a bit of a soft coverage. They're giving him some space to work with.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're trying to get them to let their receivers do some work, but their cornerbacks, I got to hand it to them. They've done a really good job at blocking them all.
Motions hip across, gives it to Terry right up the middle. Tries to drive through the tackle close to the first down, but he's just about a yard short.
And the newly committed U of A Wildcat, Dylan Tapley, has not seen the ball yet. That's been kind of a bit of a shock. You would think he would maybe at least get a target. He has not been he hasn't got a look so far through this first quarter. I need to watch out for.
That is the big news for Desert Mountain, but really,
I guess you could say high school football in Arizona.
Yeah, recruiting landscape. The Wildcats over in Tucson. U of A managed to flip a Sun Devil, Dylan Tapley. He won't be in Tempe. He'll be in Tucson next year. As McDonough dumps it off to Shepard on a little bit of a screen right there. Makes a couple moves inside the 15, finally taken out on the sideline.
Play-by-play. You love to call it chunk plays. And that's what they've done. They've been slowly making their way downfield, draining this clock a bit. And, defense doesn't really, I would say, look tired. But it looks like that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter.
It's the end of the quarter. We've got a good one here. 7-0 Coyotes. We're going to go to break.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you?
Welcome back. Second quarter of the Open Playoffs here in Peoria. 7-0 Coyotes with an early rushing touchdown. McDonough is going to keep it on the fake right there, run right up the middle. Gets a couple yards there. Second down for the Wolves. at the 10-yard line. This Wolves offense, they've really excelled in basically any situation you put them in. Again, they scored 31 points a game. I mean,
31 points should not go unnoticed.
We can go deeper into the stats as the game goes on, but I mean, that's really what you got to know. And that's with a team that hasn't had a lot of their starters, as they handed off to one of them in Sheffrin, who's taken down quickly, but he might have gone a yard.
Yeah, that defense, Noah Carter starting to step up. I was going to say on the first play of the quarter, you kind of saw him. He's trying to strip the ball out of McDonough's hands there, so he's looking for it. But yeah, extremely impressed with how Desert Mountain was able to control the clock and get that quarter down to put him in the zone for third down.
Again, this Desert Mountain team, they have been able to control the clock. They played downhill on teams. They've been able to just get the lead and just either ball control with the running game or the slow passing game, as McDonough tries to find Freeberg and nearly picked again.
Yeah, it looked like it was targeted for Freeberg. It looked like, is that Tapley in there too? That is Tapley. So the two top receivers for this team unable to get that. Let's see if Desert Mountain can at least get some points on the board with a field goal.
Marcus Logan, the senior corner for the Coyotes, in there on the play. But the Wolves early on having to resort to Alex Weeks for the kick.
And he's been great all season long for them.
Weeks, one of their top scorers. He's been a really impactful kicker overall. I mean, he's been good on the kickoff game, good on all PATs and field goals too. And one of the biggest ones of the year for him right here. Kick right down the middle and good by a mile. Weeks showing off the legs 7-3. Coyotes still ahead.
Points on the board is all you can ask for. You know, that was a long drive. I mean, I'm sure the offense is tired too. They're hoping to probably get a couple of minutes, but you know, I'm really impressed. You know, Hamilton, we talk and we've seen all season long, likes to call timeouts early if he doesn't see anything. No timeouts through the first quarter. Kind of surprised, honestly, that he didn't call something, but that he must have liked what he saw from both sides of the ball. But if they can contain the penalties this quarter, they got a really good chance.
Coach Hamilton, the use of the timeouts is really just, it's kind of an example of how he's ran this team all year.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no fear in him with the way he calls plays or the way he manages the team. And he knows they're the underdogs. He knows they're the new team to the block in the open division. But he's not scared. In an article this week, he said, we're excited about being in the open. We're not running from it. They don't run from anyone. They run at everyone. And he said, we never said we would. We have a big challenge ahead of us, but we're excited for that. As Weeks' kick is going to be fielded by number 26, Braden Long. I'm sorry, that's fielded by Hayden Allen, who's taken down right around the 25-yard line. Centennial offense about to go to work again. And was there anything you liked from the Desert Mountain defense so far?
They kind of controlled the run game to a sense. I know that is how Centennial scored, but you know, I haven't seen Centennial play all season long. I don't know what kind of their tendencies are and what they like to do. But I mean, their quarterback coming into this only threw for 121 pass attempts so far throughout the year. You compare that to Brady, who's at 237. So that might just be what they did. But I mean, maybe try to get him uncomfortable, make him throw the ball at a time. But yeah, to answer your question, I like what the defensive line did and how they controlled the pace.
Mana hands it off again to Reynoso. Driven down by the Wolves. But Mana, he hasn't had to throw the ball a lot, but they are efficient when they do it.
Yes.
15 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah, that was the thing. When I was doing some homework on this team, that was the biggest thing that stuck out to me. We've seen all these quarterbacks we faced this season. 6 to 7 interceptions, only having 1. Extremely impressive, especially in the 6A division.
And it's not like they're playing a bunch of nobodies. They just played Liberty. They played a tough schedule. and they've beat everyone except for Liberty.
Except
But
for Liberty, yeah.
it's allowed to happen. Mana throws it off to Damian Jenkins, taken down by the Wolves. That's Dylan Tapley in there.
Yeah, and their quarterback got hit pretty hard. Don't know who that was in on the tackle, but big hit by them to deliver. And, yeah, move the chains down for the Coyotes.
Jenkins, a big part of this offense. But again, their whole team, one of the biggest impact players in the country is Noah Carter, who they haven't seen a ton from. Reynoso finds a hole and gets a chunk right there. I'm sorry, that's not Reynoso. Anthony Smith in there on the run. 8 yards for Smith.
Timeout, Desert Mountain.
Timeout by Hamilton. And if you're Coach Hamilton right now, you're down 7-3. You've got to make a stop here. Again, nothing's final, no matter how the game goes. But you're hoping to make a stop, hoping to get the ball back.
Of course, yeah.
Get a lead potentially. What are you saying in that huddle right now?
Just take a deep breath. You know, something I've noticed, they go on the Centennial offense, they go constant. They're going and flowing. You know, there's no huddles for them. They're going right off each play. So with a no huddle offense. So, I mean, just take a deep breath. That might have just been what Conrad wanted to do. Just take a breath, get these guys a second to just calm down, because, you know, this is probably the biggest stage they've been on all season long. But, you know, if I was on as a play aspect, control that run game. We've seen them use a multitude so far of different running backs. So they're not afraid to use somebody else compared to stat-wise the running backs that lead this team in rushing. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do. Let's see what the D-line can do. But, yeah, I would just control the run game and make these receivers uncomfortable.
Again, thank you, everybody, for joining in here at Centennial. It's a big one. 2 9-1 teams as the handoff to Smith right up the middle. He's driving through defenders. First down, Coyotes. But it's 2 9-1 teams, but Desert Mountain, it's a pretty similar season to last year. They were in and out of the open rankings, in there for just about all year until they lost to Higley. They were out of the rankings after that until the final week. But it's similar to last year. They were sniffing the open, but losses to Notre Dame and Sunny Slope kind of killed their shot, as there's a flag on the field. That penalty on the Coyotes. It's going to be first down and 15 from the 49.
It's kind of hit, Steven, on what you were saying. I was at that Notre Dame game. That was, I think, one of the first weeks Desert Mountain had been in the open discussion. With the triple overtime loss, they kind of booted them out for the year. But, yeah, this is a team that has flirted with the open, and they are finally here.
Pass on the bubble screen out to Hayden Allen. He's got some space, but taken down inside the 40. A 10-yard gain there for Centennial. And back to that 2022 Desert Mountain team, as there's a flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be on the offense again.
That's holding on the Coyotes. But again, it's an experienced team we've got here. They were in that squad last year that did lose out on their open chances. But Coach Hamilton knows that experience and all the experience they've had this year is going to help them if they can make a run in this open tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you've seen them go up against Higley and Horizon and Notre Dame and Chaparral. So, yeah, they definitely have some experience to be able to handle the Centennial team.
Handoff to Matamoros, trying to work through it. Has some space. Followed his blocks, got some open space, taken down inside hard line.
And it's going to be a horse collar call on Desert Mountain. That'll most likely bring up first down for the Coyotes.
A tough mistake for the Wolves right there. Just trying to get him down at any cost. But that's going to be 15 yards against him.
The referees definitely got some Hawkeyes on them tonight. They're calling everything. If they see something, they are not afraid to stop this game to call the right call. But yeah, that was definitely a horse collar.
Hand off to Reynoso again, following his blockers, taken down after a solid game. I feel bad that I don't have their names, though. I mean, at this point, I feel like I should be introducing them.
And it's like, here's Craig with the call.
Guys are getting their airtime already. Reynoso still in the backfield. Takes the handoff out to his left. Dragged down by a pack of Wolves. And there's a flag on the field again.
I don't know what the call is going to be this time. I didn't see anything illegal.
Must have been away from the play. Might have been a holding or something else. As they were talking about it, trying to get it all sorted out.
There was 2 flags that flew, so I'm assuming it could be 2 penalties, maybe?
It could be 2 refs seeing the same thing.
Let's see the call.
Let's see it. Flag against the Wolves again.
Oh, there's one on the offense, too.
That'll be offsetting penalties. And we're going to redo it.
Was there possibly, I mean, we can't hear the referee, of course, but could there have possibly been 2 calls on Centennial to offset the 2 and then bring them back? Interesting.
I'm not sure. But it's first down and 10 for Centennial at the 25-yard line. Motioning a man out. They hand it off to Smith. Misses a tackle, but taken down.
And Santana Wilson was just about in on that tackle. Looked like he slipped on some mud or something. I don't know if you can see it. It's around like the 30 or the 25-yard line. I think the offensive line is covering now, but a big splat of mud right there in the backfield.
That offensive line, they cover up a lot. There's some big boys up there.
Yeah.
All over the line. They've been a dominant unit this year. And I'm being told, we were told by one of the fans before the game, one of the guys squats 500 pounds.
Yeah, that's insane. Looks like we're getting a timeout here on Desert Mountain. Looking at the roster, too, I'm just going to see an interesting matchup on the right side, or excuse me, the closest side of the television that you guys are watching. It was Elijah Mears against Damian Jenkins, one of Centennial's receivers, 6'5". That is a kid that has been active a lot for this team too. So definitely an interesting matchup there. A little bit of a smaller cornerback against a very large wide receiver.
Smaller cornerback, but he's been so impactful this year. He's had a great season so far, and tonight they're going to need him. Again, it's all on the line tonight. Win or go home. Open playoffs here in Peoria.
Yeah, I got to hand it to you, though. Your notes tonight are incredible. I know no one can see them, but how this guy's got his stuff laid out, prepared. Major props to Steven on the last game of the season, dude.
I decided to go all out and make it fancy, make it pretty.
We might need to take a picture of it and put it on Twitter just so people see how prepared we come.
Yeah, let's bring our third camera up here and just get it for the broadcaster point of view as we come out of the timeout. 2nd down and 5 for the Coyotes. Handoff to Smith. Following blockers, he's got some space, taken down by Lucas Bloomling. First down, Centennial.
And again, their run game, extremely successful. This is a team this year, Steven, too, 19 rushing touchdowns at the 20 with the first in the quarter.
Smith gets it again. Hit early, taken down. That was Brody Olson in there. And Olson and Bloomling, two of really the defensive standouts for the Wolves. They get a ton of tackles. I mean, Bloomling, 49 total, 5.5 tackles for loss.
Yeah.
These two guys play all over the field.
I think with it, too, they kind of feel underrated in a sense, too, because of the big names that are on this defense. They don't get a lot of shine, but they, like you're saying, they have played incredible all season long.
When you look at Desert Mountain football, when you look at their defense, really a lot of the fame and a lot of the glitz and glamour goes to that defensive line. It goes to their secondary. But these linebackers, they've been a really, really big part of what they've done all year. Pass out to the tight end, taken down, thrown down. Woo!
Santana coming in like a WWE wrestler with a clothesline.
Galbraith.
Tackle.
They're trying to get him involved even after that drop early on. But this Desert Mountain team, yeah, the defensive backs made that play, but their linebackers, their defensive backs, their front four, they all play so fast, so physical. It's a really tough unit to play against.
Yeah, and it was a great read there by Wilson to seeing the pass is going to come kind of on a play action a bit, as it looks like we're going to get a timeout on the field here in the second quarter. But yeah, great read by the defense to stop it and will not let the Coyotes get a touchdown.
Centennial trying to get everything settled down. Again, it's not as loud right now, but it has been loud all night. A raucous crowd, both sides.
I haven't been able to hear you a couple of times, Steve, and I just gotta go with the flow.
You know, I'm kind of just talking into the this. I mean, half the time I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall here.
Are you calling me a brick wall?
You're the best brick wall in the world.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm the best in the nation.
But yes, it's a fantastic atmosphere here tonight. We were wondering early on whether or not Desert Mountain whether or not their crowd would travel, because, you know, until about half an hour before kickoff, it didn't look like a ton, but they've got a really good crowd over there. I mean, the opposing bleachers are almost full, and over here on the home side, I mean, it's about as close to standing room only as you can get.
Oh, yeah.
For a high school football game.
Yeah. Great crowds for both schools. As you're saying, we're on the Centennial side here by the press box. But with our screen, you've been able to see the away stands, and yeah, they are full.
Now, the real question, is there a pizza to be delivered to me?
Oh, man.
Manna, trying to make something out of nothing, gets taken down, though, after he's trying to run for it himself.
And the field goal team will come out. You got to hand it to Manna, though. Sophomore quarterback. He has come in and played extremely well for this team. You know, we were talking to some fans earlier, too. The confidence rose, it seemed like, with him in the summer to really propel this team and make them one of the best in the state. Of course, with the history they have as a school, they're so good. But with his play, it's just completely skyrocketed what the potential of this high school for the next coming years.
I know they run it a lot, but, I mean, and the kick is good.
Oh.
But they run it a lot, but I mean, you're playing for one of the powers in the state, if not in the country, and there's a lot on that young man's shoulders leading that team as a sophomore.
Yep. And for Desert Mountain here, too, we've talked about kind of the future, what next season will look like, too. Will we see Bryce Hergers a bit? Brady's been playing really solid and really dominant for the things he's had to capitalize on. But, you know, I wonder if they'll have a little bit of a quarterback combo like they've used all season long.
We could see Grant Garduno. We could see Bryce Hergers next year. Those two are really the only options on the roster going into next year for Desert Mountain. And for Centennial, again, right now, it's Manna's job to lose, and he's got it for a while. For the
Manna is the man.
You know, you go 9-1,
as a sophomore, bro.
I think your job's pretty safe.
I think so.
15-1 touchdown to interception. I mean, all the efficiency stats outside of the completion percentage, which it's not bad, but it's not where you'd want it to be. But I mean, just an outstanding year for him, an outstanding year for the Coyotes, and that's why they're here hosting an open game. The kick is taken in by Solomon, muffed. And are they going to give him a touchback on that?
I believe so. That he didn't have control of the ball. He maybe had half a foot in the end zone.
Desert Mountain, a sigh of relief right there.
And they are very lucky.
They almost just had to potentially play from inside the 10-yard line. Now they're going to have it at the 20. And early on, what have you seen that Desert Mountain has to do against this defense? One of the top units in the country. It's going to be tough to beat. Centennial still getting substitutions in. In comes number 44, Nicholas Fonseca. The junior getting in on the action. McDonough to Sheffrin. Gain of about 3-4 yards right there. It's a fairly pivotal drive here early on in the game. Again, we're inside the final minute of the half.
Did not realize that.
Desert Mountain potentially could try and get a chunk play, use their last timeout, either get a field goal, potentially get a touchdown. Hands it off to Sheffrin. He breaks through.
Yep. Oh, we got a little bit of a penalty here,
We've
too.
got a flag on the field, which, in kind of a backhanded way, helps Desert Mountain a bit, stops the clock if it's not against them.
We will see, yeah. I don't know what it could have been on. It seemed pretty clean from both sides. Maybe a face mask of some sort. But, yeah, interested to see the call.
Penalty is against the Coyotes.
And 15 yards. I mean, if they can get... Yeah, they might try to just get the field goal here. Get a play, get out of bounds, or call their last timeout. Set up Weeks. He's got a big leg. So let's see what they can do here with the empty backfield.
We also know Coach Hamilton, he's never backed down from going for it. And McDonough, he's going to go for it all and overthrows Jack Freeberg. Intercepted Marcus Logan in there, and he's running it back. Trying to go for 6, but he's getting taken down just shy of the 30-yard line, 35-yard line.
And there is a penalty on the field. Could it have been a block in the back on Centennial? The crowd reacts. I think they're assuming the worst. But, yeah, that is not what you want to do. Like, I get going for it, but do a quick play. You still had the timeout left. But, yeah, let's see what happens.
And it's against Centennial.
Yeah, I was too caught up in the play with the return. Maybe a block in the back on Freeberg. Possibly there. I'd have to go back and watch the tape for sure. But, yeah, it looks like there's only 1 second left. So they might kneel it and call it a half.
The Boo Birds out early here in Peoria, but Desert Mountain catches a huge break. But what a way for the Coyotes to end the first half. It's 10-3. Takes the knee. We're going to go into half. Again, we've got a good one here tonight. Coyotes ahead. We're going to go to break.
All right, Varsity and NFL fans, so we are officially past the halfway point of the 2023 NFL season, which means we have a decent enough of a sample size to at least start talking about some NFL MVP candidates. And this year, as an NFL fan, I do not remember a more wide open year in terms of the number of candidates and the fact that nobody's really fully separated themselves. So this is one of the most open MVP races that I remember seeing, which means there are a lot of potential candidates. So we're going to look at some of the more favored, more likely candidates, and maybe some dark horse MVP candidates who still have a chance to take home the award this season. So heading into week 11 of the NFL season, the two favorites to win MVP, at least according to the DraftKings Sportsbook, this should not come as a surprise, Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. Jalen Hurts is plus 280, the current favorite, which means if you were to place a $100 bet, you would win 280, and then Patrick Mahomes plus 300, which means a $100 bet would win 300. These two faced off in the Super Bowl last year. These were the top two MVP candidates last year. These are two of the best quarterbacks in the league, so definitely no surprise. But in my opinion, at this point, I don't think either of these two should be considered the favorites, or I wouldn't give it to either of them because both of them are playing a little bit below the standards that we expect from them. And oftentimes when it comes to the MVP, unfortunately, you're assessed by your own body of work. And if you're not playing as well as you normally do, these two are still playing great football, but compared to their normal superstar statuses, they're not quite at that level. So at this moment, I wouldn't give it to either of these two. So the next two candidates are Lamar Jackson at plus 425 and Tua Tagovailoa at plus 550. Now, both of these guys have had very good seasons. Lamar Jackson's already won an MVP, but I don't think Lamar is going to win at this point because even though he's had a very good season, his counting numbers in terms of passing, touchdowns, and yards, not quite as good as his great MVP season in 2019. And compared to the type of quarterback that usually wins, usually you see QBs with better passing numbers, and also Lamar Jackson hasn't had as many rushing yards as he normally does. So because he hasn't played to his own great standards or his previous standards, at least when he did win the MVP in 2019, I wouldn't give it to Lamar. And with Tua Tagovailoa, of course, he's putting up some very good numbers, but all three of his losses have come against winning teams, and he hasn't really proven that he can beat the best quarterbacks and the best teams in the league. So at this point, I would not give it to Tua because that is kind of a big flaw that a lot of people are aware of at this point. So now we're going to get into the candidates that maybe are a little bit more of a dark horse. Every one of these candidates has a plus 1,000 or worse chance to win the MVP, but all these guys have a chance in my opinion. And then Christian McCaffrey at plus 1,800. We have not seen a non-quarterback win this award since Adrian Peterson, the great Vikings running back, won the MVP in 2012. So Christian McCaffrey has 13 total touchdowns in 9 games. 49ers are a great team, so it makes total sense that Christian McCaffrey's in this conversation, and he definitely has a chance. But oftentimes when it comes to a running back potentially winning the MVP, you usually need to put up some historic counting stats, and that usually means yards. Christian McCaffrey's averaging over 100 yards per game. He's going to finish with incredible numbers, but I don't think he's going to reach those incredibly historic rushing numbers that we've seen from previous candidates, like when Adrian Peterson had over 2,000 rushing yards. I don't think Christian McCaffrey gets quite there, which means his chance to win an MVP as a running back is not the best in my opinion, but he still has a chance. How about the Texans rookie QB, CJ Stroud? CJ Stroud is still only plus 2,500 to win the MVP, but the guy is among the top QBs in the league in terms of passing yards, passing touchdowns. He has a great touchdown to interception ratio, 15-2, which is the best in the NFL, and he's just a rookie. A rookie has not won the MVP in the NFL since Jim Brown in 1957, but nobody thought the Houston Texans would be above 500. Nobody thought they'd have a winning record at 5-4. They really struggled the last couple years. So CJ Stroud in his rookie year to be able to turn it around, add the value he's had, and put up these great numbers as a rookie and help the Texans be a big reason, the main reason probably, that the Texans have a winning record. I think he should be in the conversation, and honestly, one of the front runners because of how good he's been. So Dak Prescott could be a dark horse at plus 3,500, especially if the Cowboys end up beating the Eagles the second time. And Dak Prescott, he's put up some great counting stats, but if he wins a couple big games, Cowboys make the playoffs, and he continues his good ways, especially the last 2 weeks, the way he's been playing, if he continues that, hey, plus 3,500, he's got a chance. He's got a chance. So then we have two players at a position that has never won the MVP, and that is both Tyreek Hill and AJ Brown. Now, both these guys have been incredible for their respective teams. A wide receiver has never won the MVP award, but this year, where no QB has fully separated themselves, we could see Tyreek Hill, especially since he's on pace for a 2,000-yard receiving season, which no wide receiver has ever done. If he gets there, he's in the conversation. And AJ Brown is close to a 2,000-yard pace as well. The Eagles have the best record in the league. Jalen Hurts hasn't played quite as well as he normally does. So AJ Brown is a big reason why the Eagles are 8-1 and the best team in the NFL. And last but not least, we're going to go with two defensive players, both Myles Garrett and TJ Watt, both NFC North edge rushers who both have double-digit sacks in single-digit games. TJ Watt has 10.5 sacks and 2 forced fumbles in 9 games. Myles Garrett, 11 sacks and 4 forced fumbles. And both these teams are defensive-minded. They're both 6-3 despite struggling offenses. So these two defensive players are going to try to be the first defensive players since Lawrence Taylor to win the MVP in 1986. But these are the two pillars of two great defenses, which is why these two deserve to be in the MVP conversation.
Welcome to NFL Week 11 game picks. We're starting off with Thursday night with the Bengals and the Ravens. The battle of the AFC North. Both teams are coming off close losses here. The Bengals defense got exposed last game against the Texans, allowing 30 points at home. Only Cardinals and Giants have allowed more trips to the red zone than the Cincinnati defense. They will be without wide receiver T. Higgins in this game. Even though the Ravens lost, they put up 24 points against the best defense in the NFL, the Cleveland Browns. I don't see the Ravens losing 2 in a row, especially at home. Ravens will win this one 29-23. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be at the Cleveland Browns. The Steelers have played 6 of their last 9 games at home, barely on the road this season. Cleveland is coming off an incredible comeback win against Baltimore. DTR Dorian Thomas-Robinson will be starting after hearing the news that Deshaun Watson is going out for season-ending surgery. So DTR will start for the Cleveland Browns. I still don't trust the Steelers, though, on the road, who haven't been convincing at all this year. Browns will win at home 23-17. The Las Vegas Raiders will be at the Miami Dolphins. The Raiders are 2-0 since firing Josh McDaniels, but they didn't face great teams in those wins, the Giants and the Jets. Miami is coming off a bye week and could have rookie Devon Achane back. The Dolphins' defense is looking like it's picking up steam with Jalen Ramsey back and a pass rush that is getting to opposing quarterbacks. Dolphins will win this one by more than 2 touchdowns. Miami wins at home 37-17. The Chicago Bears will be at the Detroit Lions. A negative against Detroit is that their defense has given up a lot of points to teams this season. 24 to Carolina, 20 to Green Bay, 37 to Seattle, 38 to Baltimore, and 38 to the Chargers last week. Detroit is 22nd in coverage grades this season. Their offense, though, has proved to be a high-scoring one and is doing enough to win games. They will be facing the Bears, who will most likely have Justin Fields back. Chicago's O-line has been a bright part for them this season, ranking in the upper third of the league. But Detroit's offense will be too much for Chicago at home. Lions will win 33-23. The Tennessee Titans will be at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville is coming off their worst loss of the season to the 49ers, where they only put up 3 points in that game. They will get a chance to bounce back against the Tennessee Titans at home. The Titans are also coming off a loss. Their secondary is pretty average this season, and while quarterback Will Levis had a great debut, he hasn't performed well since. Of 41 quarterbacks with at least 60 plays this season, he ranks as the 4th lowest success rate. That is not good. Jacksonville will bounce back in a close one, winning at home 24-20. The Los Angeles Chargers will be at the Green Bay Packers. Both of these teams are coming off losses. For the Packers, Jordan Love has really stepped up his game as of late, throwing for 289 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Steelers. The Chargers' defense is among one of the worst in the NFL. They rank 31st in yards allowed per drive. The Packers will take advantage of that defense, and it will be a close one, but they'll win 33-30. The Arizona Cardinals will be at the Houston Texans. The Texans are on a roll, and rookie quarterback CJ Stroud is playing at an all-time high. On defense, their coverage ranks 12th in the league and will cause some problems for Kyler Murray, but their run defense isn't the best. So if Arizona can find a way to win, they will have to run the ball well against this Texans team. And whenever Kyler Murray is playing at quarterback for the Cardinals, they always have a chance to win the game. But I don't see the Texans stopping their win streak here, and they'll defeat the Cardinals at home 28-24. The Dallas Cowboys will be at the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers have only one win on the season and can't produce anything on offense at the moment. They've only scored 13 on defenses that give up a lot of points in their last 3 games. Dallas is playing some of its best offensive ball in years. Prescott threw for 404 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Giants. And of course, can't forget the defense. Their defense is one of the best front runners in the league. The Cowboys will win this one easily, 37-10 on the road. The New York Giants will be at the Washington Commanders. The Giants are arguably the worst team in the NFL. They are relying on Tommy DeVito on offense, and their defense got beat badly against the Cowboys. They gave up 32 first downs and 640 yards in that game. The Commanders can score and will take advantage of this Giants defense. Quarterback Sam Howell is leading the league in passing yards with 2,783. Washington will win this one 30-14. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be at the San Francisco 49ers after dropping 3 games in a row. The 49ers answered all the critics last week and demolished Jacksonville. They have now won 7 straight in November games and are excellent in the cold months. Tampa won last week against a mediocre Titans team, and prior to that, they lost 4 games in a row. Their defense played well last week, stopping Derrick Henry, and they held the Titans in the red zone twice and had a late interception, so the defense came up clutch for them, but they'll be facing a 49ers offense that is at full capacity. And the 49ers at full capacity are really one of the best teams in the league, so I see them winning here 24-13. The New York Jets will be at the Buffalo Bills. The Bills just fired their offensive coordinator and now are 5-5 on the season after losing to the Broncos at home. Josh Allen leads the NFL in interceptions and has had a tough go throughout the season at times. The Jets defense will cause problems just like they did in their first game against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills defense, though, is number 1 in rushing success rate and number 2 in passing success rate. And that will really hurt a bad Jets offensive line, and they will get the best of Zach Wilson. This is a tough game to pick. It could go either way, but I do have the Bills bouncing back and winning this game. They need to win games like this if they want to make it far in the postseason. So they will win at home 23-20. The Seattle Seahawks will be at the Los Angeles Rams. Matthew Stafford will be back for the Rams, and they really need to win now if they want any chance of making the playoffs. Seattle also needs to win, and they lost to the Rams in their first matchup 30-13. This will be a much closer game since Seattle has improved since that game. Seattle's secondary is very strong and will have to play well here to get the win. Rams secondary is not as strong as Seattle and will have a tough time facing Geno Smith and all of his offensive weapons. Seahawks will win this game. It might be close. They'll win 29-26. And on Sunday Night Football, we get to see Josh Dobbs as the Minnesota Vikings take on the Denver Broncos. Dobbs and the Vikings are on a roll and are 6-4, just behind the 7-2 Lions. Dobbs, for the first time ever for him in the NFL, has a functional offensive system with good weapons and a quality play caller in Kevin O'Connell calling all the shots. The Broncos have won 3 straight, beating both the Chiefs and Bills in that span. This could be a close game, but I think Dobbs will keep it rolling and they will win 20-17 on the road. And for the final game on Monday Night Football, we have the Super Bowl rematch. The Philadelphia Eagles will be at the Kansas City Chiefs. This could also be a Super Bowl preview for this year. Not sure. These are 2 of the best teams in the league right now. Both of these teams are coming off a bye, and they've had time to prepare for this big matchup. Jalen Hurts hasn't looked as good this season, though. After that Super Bowl loss, he hasn't looked the same. He's a little banged up right now. And the Chiefs' defense is actually better this year than it was last year, and they've been really helping the Chiefs win some games, especially as of late with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce not playing up to their normal high standards. But they've been okay on offense. They've done enough to get it done, and they will really test this Eagles secondary, see if they're the real deal. This is another game that could go either way. Both teams coming off a bye, as I said, and they will be well prepared for this game. But I do have the Eagles getting their revenge from their Super Bowl loss, getting the win on the road, and coming down to the last few minutes of the game, they will win 26-24. And that has been your Week 11 NFL game picks. I am Kyle Cooper, and enjoy the second half of the games.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective.
Welcome back here for the second half. Desert Mountain and Centennial, we are out here in Peoria. Again, I'm Stephen Buxton, joined by Parker Grash. Thank you everyone for joining us here. It's a good one. Desert Mountain hanging in there. They're down 10-3 right now. We've seen a little bit of everything from both teams.
Yeah, absolutely, Steven. I think I'm more impressed with how Desert Mountain has controlled the offense that is so high-powered. I know, if you look at the film and if you've been watching this game, Centennial has really been great with their run game, but how this defense has only held this extremely high-powered offense to 10 points tonight is a great sign of what could possibly happen in this second half. But Desert Mountain's got to score off here. With this first drive here in the second half, they have to score, put a little bit of a statement, and make Centennial get on their heels.
They need to score, and they're getting a chance early on. Desert Mountain is going to get the ball right away as Aaron Alvarez is going to kick off. It's Jack Freeberg and Journey Solomon back deep to receive it. And Desert Mountain hoping to make a statement, hoping to strike back, hoping to even it up here in the open playoffs. Kick is high and deep. Solomon's going to run it back. Runs to his right, tries to find a crease, and that closes up immediately, taken down by the Coyotes right at the 25-yard line.
And let's see what this offense is going to be able to do. This offensive line has been awesome all season long and all night long. But, yeah, big hit there by Centennial's kick return defense. But, yeah, let's see what Brady McDonough and the Wolves can do.
McDonough ended the half with frankly, just a tough pick right there. I mean, he overthrew Freeberg, just kind of sent it up, praying to find him out.
It was a gimme throw. I mean, end of the half, you want to see what they can do, but yeah, that definitely cannot happen again.
Fakes the handoff to Santana Wilson, and McDonough's got to run for his life out to his left, and he's going to just go for it. Out on the sideline.
And Dylan Tapley was way downfield in a soft double coverage. I'll say that, but McDonough, he's been active on his feet trying to find the open man, but in my opinion, for Desert Mountain to win this game, they have to get Dylan Tapley involved.
He hasn't been involved yet, which you don't really see that. I mean, 9 games so far this year. The numbers are fantastic for Tapley. Yes. 40 receptions, 592 yards, 9 touchdowns.
Yep.
Keep in mind, Desert Mountain has 24 passing touchdowns. 9 of those are to Tapley. McDonough finds a crease, runs it right up the middle. First down, Wolves.
Yeah, Great start by McDonough there. Great. I got to give a lot of props to the offensive line at Desert Mountain. They've come out on 100 this game and have really played a great game to cover those spots for their runners to get open and get free.
That offensive line is one of the more talented ones in the state. They've got a couple all-region players this year. As Santana Wilson fakes the handoff, fumbled, and McDonough's just going to take it, and he gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That is not what you want to do, especially after two good plays right there to get the chains moving. McDonough, bad handoff, fumbles the ball, thankfully gets on top of it to bring up second down.
But again, that offensive line anchored by Colton Muntz. He was first team 5A Northeast.
I think Cole Tappan is in there as well, the cheese as they call him.
James Cobb was in there. I didn't see Cole Tappan on the list. McDonough, he's going to get taken down. That Centennial defensive front showing their presence early on in the second half.
And that's Noah Carter, the edge, the 6'3" edge that's going to University of Washington next year in the Big Ten. The Big Ten, unfortunately, with the Pac-12 folding. But he's been a little bit more quiet, at least through that first half. Made a couple of plays, but nothing substantial like that. Brings up the sack and third down for Desert Mountain.
Carter, the big-time recruit, making a big-time play when they need it most. Third down for the Wolves. They need it here. McDonough dumps it off to Freeberg. Gets about 4, but there's a flag on the field.
Don't know if it may be roughing the passer. Say it very quietly because I don't know what's going to happen here.
Well, if it is, that's a huge break for the Wolves, who are about to have a 4th and 10 on their hands. But just going to finish this thought on the line. Again, Colton Muntz, he was first team. As we're getting the verdict. And
holding
it is
defense.
A penalty on the Coyotes. Desert Mountain gets a break right there. But again, this line is talented. Colton Muntz, first team. James Cobb, he was second team. And I know Cole Tappan's not in there on the list that I was looking at, but he's played fantastic for them all year long too. I mean, this line has really anchored their offense so far this year.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a big part of why they've been able to score 31 points a game like we emphasized in the first half. But third and short, they got to stand strong here so the Wolves can get a first down.
The Wolves have been good on third down this year, and they need it right now. Crowd getting fired up, but we've got another flag. Looks like it's a false start.
I didn't see anything. It looked like they were still getting set up.
Do it again.
I didn't see the offense fully set up there. I don't know how they could call that, but maybe I just didn't see the right player. But 3rd and 8 now. It's going to get allowed again here in the Coyotes' den.
Here we go. 3rd and 8. Again, Desert Mountain needs this one. McDonough under pressure, fires it to Tapley, and it's dropped. Their big wide receiver right open in the middle of the field, and he just couldn't haul it in. A tough break for the Wolves as they've got to send Stanford out to punt now.
And it looks like Noah Carter is in the backfield to receive this punt. Let's see what he can do here.
Well, Stanford was taken down hard. Carter receives the punt inside the 20, running up the sideline. Good return there.
Steve, I don't know if you'll be able to answer me this, but would that not be a roughing the kicker?
I mean,
he was about to, when he got hit, the ball was like when he was about to kick, he got hit.
Yeah.
So I'm confused as to, like we've seen a couple of times this season, do the roughing the kicker call. They did not call it there.
I mean, that was pretty rough.
Like, he got lit up.
Maybe it's a no running.
Holding on the offense, too.
We've got more penalties on the field.
Kind of just looked at each other like, well, what do we do now?
Well, what we're going to do is call this Coyotes offensive drive. As Mana gets back out there trying to lead his team to another state championship. And he's got Smith in the backfield with him. Smith gets it, runs it up the middle, but right into a brick wall. Desert Mountain's defensive front stops him quick. 3-yard loss on the play.
8 minutes left here. 2nd and 12. You know, again, this line has come up big time for Desert Mountain.
Smith still in the backfield. Mana motions a man across. Mana's going to throw it. Running for his life here. Going for it all.
So there's going to be a holding call, I believe, on the offense here. That's number 75 in the Coyotes jersey, which is Tom Lowther, the senior O-lineman. That's at least what I assume is going to be the call, possibly on the defense. But it looked like there's a bit of a hold between two players.
Well, our on-field correspondent's going to get back to us in a second. I apologize, we don't have his name. They still haven't announced it.
Here we go.
Holding on the Coyotes makes it 2nd and however many miles it is from here to Phoenix.
Or Scottsdale.
Motions Allen into the backfield. He's got Matamoros there too. And we've got a timeout on the Coyotes.
Yeah, it looked like there's a bit of miscommunication there between the quarterback and the running back. So, you know, it seemed like the play wasn't set up properly. Quick timeout. I mean, probably a smart one. We've seen with Hamilton that he likes to call if he doesn't see anything good. And something also with Centennial's head coach, he's been here this entire time the school has been around. 7 state championships. So if he's not going to like a play and he's going to call a timeout, he's going to do it.
But speaking of Hamilton, speaking of just the timeout here in general, am I the only one who's surprised? I mean, Desert Mountain, they haven't been the one with these seemingly miscued timeouts that it just seems like Centennial is struggling with communication out there already.
Yeah, it seems like it, at least for this drive, you know, with the bad holding call and pushing them back. It's 2nd and 25. Still early in the second half, but, you know, I think they got what they wanted to do figured out, and let's see what they can do here.
Well, what they need to do here is get about 30 yards. They hand it off to Allen. Trying to run through a couple tackles, but taken down quickly.
Cumberland, it looked like, had his ankle there. So...
Third down and a lot of yards to go. I'm not a math guy, so I'm not going to do that.
We figured that out a couple of weeks ago, right?
We have. 3rd and 23, according to our scoreboard. Big shout out to our crew here, Tyler Bender, Sebastian Mondaka. We've got Lorenzo Lopez on the sideline. Nana drops back, gets it out to Worthy. Woo! Worthy taken down. No gain there, and it's going to be 4th down. Desert Mountain's defense has came to play today.
And I think there was Elijah Bankwell in on that power hit. That's a big time drive by the defense to stop this offense. It's been so successful on the run game, and put them so far back in the backfield. They're going to get a punt here, and they could possibly get a really good fieldage area.
This is like every Desert Mountain game we see. Just low scoring, all defense. We've got Freeberg back to receive the punt. He slips. He's going to take it, though. Breaks a tackle and taken down, though, at the 40.
And again, Freeberg slipped on this grass. I don't know what's going on. We kind of walked through it pregame. A lot different from what they're used to with a really pretty looking turf field at home. But, to think they would possibly get in the 40-yard line, 45-yard line of Centennial zone, they're now at the 40-yard line of their own zone.
Yeah, you were testing it. You were running routes out there?
Testing it, man. I was trying to get in the end zone. I didn't play high school football, so I wanted to get in the end zone, do
you missed out.
couple of moves to solidify my career, but I kind of like broadcasting better.
McDonough back out to leave this Wolves offense. Sheffrin gets it immediately. Finds a crease, gets 5 on the play. Sheffrin, he's been missed throughout this season, and the moment he's back, they're going him early, they're going him off and trying to make up for some of that missed time.
Well, yeah, you talk about the talent he's got. He's been really productive when he's been available. One of the most consistent running backs we have in the state here. Second and about midfield here, or mid-downfield. Let's see what McDonough can do.
Empty backfield, fires it to Freeberg, but hit out in front of him right there, hits a defender.
It's just missed target again. It didn't look like Freeberg was ready for it, honestly, with that throw. So when it's an empty backfield, we know McDonough's going to throw it. But yeah, that's another tough break for McDonough here on 3rd down and manageable, I will say.
3rd and manageable, about 5 yards to go. Again, Desert Mountain has been great this year on 3rd down. They've been here before. They'll be here again. 3rd and 5. Empty backfield. Crowd's getting into it. McDonough trying to buy some time. Running for his life now. Gets out on the sideline after a gain of about 2 yards.
I don't know if he'll even maybe gain a yard. And they're going for it.
Again, we've seen Coach Hamilton be aggressive all year, and this is so on brand for him.
You got single coverage. As we're going to get, it looks like a timeout on the field by Centennial.
Centennial just running through those timeouts.
Yeah, that's their second one of the half. What I was going to say, though, before it, you had single coverage on the far side of your screen with Tapley and Kenneth Worthy, one of the better defenders that Centennial has. They could have possibly gone for him there. But, yeah, it seems like more of a smart timeout this time for Centennial.
I know that Worthy is a strong corner out there, but I don't think many coaches in high school football are trying to put David or Dylan Tapley one-on-one out there. He has been, again, 9 touchdowns on the year. He's been their go-to man. He's been dominant. And we've got a bit of an update in the playoffs. Castile up 17-0 on Brophy, trying to upset one of the top seeds in the state. And Desert Mountain, Coach Hamilton thought differently. They bring out Stanford to punt. Carter running after it. And this is going to get a fantastic Desert Mountain bounce.
Yeah, that's how you do it right there.
Stand out here, proving that punters are people too. Downs them inside the 15. Would make Pat McAfee proud right there.
Pat McAfee would call him a dog.
A dog. Right on brand.
They're at James Madison University this week out in Virginia, top 25 program in college
they?
football.
Yeah, they get smoked by
By who?
Georgia or any of the top 5 teams.
Yeah, I think
Top
they're like
10.
21 in the nation right now,
Okay.
22. So, yeah, they're not up. But they are in the U of A category, I should say, to my ASU friend right here. How does that feel hearing that? U of A top 25 team in the country?
All that matters to me is we're watching a game between 3 and 6 right here. Hands it off to Smith. Got nowhere to go. That Desert Mountain defensive front has been so good throughout this game.
Looks like they're going to run the clock a little bit here.
Just under 5 minutes to go. Centennial trying to control the game. Up with a small lead, but neither team can be comfortable here. Smith takes it. Gets a bit of a crease, but tripped up. Makes it just past the original line of scrimmage.
It's going to bring up third down. This is a scenario I think Centennial has not been in a lot outside of the Liberty game a handful of weeks ago. Even though they're up, it feels like they're down right now.
I mean, neither team really, because these teams each average over 30 points a game. They've been offensive juggernauts. They've been stifling on defense, and that's what's showing so far tonight.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you.
Bit of a nugget here. Desert Mountain, again, they had a fantastic defense, 18 points per game, but they are significantly better on the road than at home. Anna going deep. Firing it out to Carter, caught on the sideline. Was he in bounds?
And Noah Carter showing why he's one of the best in the state. A little bit of coverage. Santana was just like half an inch, it feels like, too close or too far away from him, I should say, from Carter. And what a jump up. Catch that first down. It's going to move the chains for the Coyotes.
Noah Carter brings this drive back to life. Probably the biggest play of the game. Hands it off. That's Levi Johnson right up the middle, trying to drag the pile. You think we've got a flag on the field?
Never mind, I think.
Never mind.
Did you kind of see what I see?
I saw something.
Maybe it was a football.
I clearly saw something. That's going to be a timeout on Desert Mountain. Their first of the half. So early on, I mean, Desert Mountain, their defense has come to play.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense has come to play. It's really just, can Centennial keep control of this game, or can Desert Mountain break through?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that is going to be really going to test Centennial here. 2nd and 1. You got about 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. You know, this is a big play right here as it is. You know, they haven't been able to be as successful offensively as I'm sure they would want to. But if they can get something here, this could possibly change the game, And for Desert Mountain, keep the consistency with the defensive line. Cumberland has been incredible tonight. Same with Dylan Hipp and Atherton. But the middle linebackers, too, you don't give them enough credit. They've been awesome being able to control these wide receivers and really shut down the weapons outside of the run game besides the last play by Noah Carter.
Cumberland dominant once again. He's missed a couple games this year, but even then he was still first team all defense. Manna, he's got all kinds of time, throws it out and just overthrows Marcus Logan.
Yeah.
Logan found a soft spot in there and he was wide open.
Yeah, Logan had a lot of grass in front of him to go and make a play. That could have put them in the red zone there, but it's going to bring up 3rd and short. Let's see what Centennial can do here. Possibly use their powerful run game again to get another first down.
3rd and short. Can Desert Mountain force a punt?
This would be big time for Desert Mountain if they could force a punt here.
Anna hands it off.
He's not going to get it.
Nowhere to go. Desert Mountain gets to 4th down.
And, they might go for it here because of where they are. Never mind, it looks like.
Levi Johnson just hit a wall and had nowhere to go.
That is a big-time play by the defense right there to stop him on 3rd and short.
Possibly the biggest play of the game for Desert Mountain, giving their offense a chance. And they've got Dylan Tapley back to receive it now.
That's interesting.
Dylan Tapley, he hasn't really gotten into this game. He's played well on defense so far, but just that one attempt at him that he dropped.
This could possibly be a fake here. Nope, never mind.
Hunt is low and short. Tapley going to pick it up at the 10 and go nowhere.
Yeah, he should have just let that go. In that type of scenario, you got guys pressing. The line for their punt return team did not hold up as well as I think he would have hoped for. But yeah, that's a play where you just let it go and let the defense grab it for a second.
I like the idea by Hamilton, though, potentially try and get a bit of a spark to this team. Get one of your best playmakers the ball.
Well, that's what Centennial did, too, with putting Noah Carter. I don't know if he is typically the punt returner for the team, but, with a guy like him being 6'3", Tapley is what, 6'3", 6'4", probably as well. So to do something like that, I totally understand. But, yeah, and Tapley's defense, just let that thing go and let the ball go because it was going to be far back in the field regardless.
Desert Mountain's got to climb uphill now. 1st and 10 from the 5. Gives it to Journey Solomon on the sweep. Follows his blockers out to the 15-yard line.
And if you're Coach Hamilton, you are extremely proud at how this team has come out and played so far tonight. We talk a lot about how this team – since they're 5A, they might not have as much depth as a 6A team like, Liberty, Centennial, Basha. But for them to come in here, hold this team so far to 10 points on the night, I am extremely impressed at what this team has done so far.
Hamilton, he loves this team and he believes in them completely. Takes the handoff, tries to get it out to Freeberg, but just couldn't haul it in. He believes in this team. He's never one to back down from a challenge. He knows that they're the underdogs in here, but he knows that they've got what it takes. He will always take his players over the competition.
Yeah, and I think as a head coach, that's good to hear, because, sometimes you never know, but with him and how he has brought this team back to one of the top 5A teams in the state, big ups to him and what he's been able to do. I really hope they can get something going here on 2nd down.
McDonough under pressure, rolling out, just has to get it out to avoid the sack. Coyotes in there. Put immediate pressure on him, and there's a flag on the field. Was it intentional grounding?
I'm really interested if it is intentional grounding.
We'll go.
Yeah, it is.
With the ref.
It's tough for us to see because we don't know the exact zone of where he was because we are so far away. But, just throw it out of bounds at that point.
But that would also be intentional grounding. Whether or not you got out of the tackle box. Which I thought he did. Hands it off to Sheffrin right up the middle. He's got some space, but hit hard by a Coyotes linebacker.
It looked like Aaron Alvarez, the 6'2", 230-pound.
Coyotes.
Middle linebacker. Yeah, he was in on that tackle to bring a 4th down. That looks like it's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter, though, with only 5 seconds left.
Defense coming in strong again. It's going to force the Wolves to punt 4th down and forever. It's going to come close to the end of the 3rd quarter. And they have really riled up this crowd. Punt is taken at the 35, and he's got open room inside the 10 and in for the touchdown.
I mean, just great blocking. You know, he got it around the 45-yard line, so he's already in Desert Mountain zone. But with great blocking by the special teams unit, he's got long strides too. It seemed like barely even trying with that, and that's going to put the Wolves up now. The Coyotes up double digits.
Angelo Matamoros breaks the top off this thing. 16-3 if this kick goes through. 17-3 Centennial. I mean, what else can you say but just impressive right there by the Coyotes?
Yeah, I mean, for him to be able to go and do that, you know, again, it was just good blocking. That's really it. It was just good blocking. But, you know, I believe that took us to the end of the fourth quarter. Or, excuse me, the third quarter?
That'll take us to the end of the third quarter.
Do we know if it's the end of the third quarter?
I think it's the end of the third quarter. I'm sorry, everyone. The scoreboard is not working in here.
we don't know what's really going on.
We're not sure whether or not it's the end of the third quarter. It's going to be soon.
Yes, it will be soon. That is for sure. We did not get a signal by the ref. I thought it was done before that punt return. So that was my fault on saying that, but
soon to be end of the third quarter. Desert Mountain getting back on offense to start the fourth. Again, Journey Solomon back there, Jack Freeberg back there. And Aaron Alvarez out there to kick it for Centennial. Up 14 here. The toughest test the Wolves have faced so far this season. Alvarez, kick is short, a bit of a squib right there.
Yeah, this grass, I mean, that's the reason to stop going.
Picked up at right around the 25-yard line. That was Matthew Underwood. Just lays on it. And Desert Mountain's going to take over with an undetermined amount of time left in the third quarter. Final seconds of this quarter, Desert Mountain going to start on offense, motioning Santana Wilson out. Looks like no Sheffrin on this play. McDonough under pressure immediately, just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And that looks like it's going to be the end of the third quarter.
Dragged down by Galbraith, among others. And that is going to take us to the end of the third quarter. It's a good one tonight. Coyotes up 17-3, and we're going to go to break. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to
Welcome back, everybody, into the fourth quarter. Santana Wilson gets the ball and dragged down.
And it looks like it's going to be a holding call on the defense right there as penalty flags fly. It's going to be Keaton Morales, it looks like, for the Wolves. Not a good look to start the quarter.
Desert Mountain. They need it here. It's second down right now. Flag on the play.
What's going on now?
I'm not sure. Flag is on Desert Mountain.
It looked like a holding on the offense, like I said, going to bring it back a couple of yards. But, Brady McDonough, he has to get something going. That they got to get more points on the board, of course, being down 14 points. But, with now being in the fourth quarter, 14 minutes left in this game, you got to make plays to your receivers and get more guys involved than just running it downfield and using Max Sheffrin in the run game. You got to get something going through the air.
This team has been good on the road. They averaged 27.2 points per game on the road this year. They've done a sidearms it, trying to get it to hip.
Yeah, it's just not the throw you would want on second and long. Now it's going to bring up third and probably, 15, I believe now. So, that is not what you want to see, especially in I'm going to call it crunch time. I mean, the whole fourth quarter for Desert Mountain right now is crunch time.
It is crunch time. It's their season.
Yeah, 100%.
Third down and 20. Again, offense on the road averages 34.8 points per game. At home, 27.2. And their defense allows just 9.4 per game on the road. It's a bit more tonight, but they're doing their job. McDonough going for Wilson, finds him on the street. Wilson upended inside the 45.
Number 17, Iverson Small.
Iverson Small lays the
Does a hip
wood
check
on Santana Wilson.
That's going to bring up fourth and short. Punt team's going to come out for the Wolves. Wilson was close.
Not often you see a guy get suplexed in this game.
He's fired up on the sideline now, too.
The Wolves need to come through on offense. Again, defense has done their job. Holding Centennial to 17 going into the third is a win. Stanford.
It's a great punt.
Great punt. Booms it.
Oh, he touched it.
Inside the 20, and they're going to get a good bounce.
I thought that touched him.
Stanford doing his part of the bargain. Pins the Centennial offense inside the 14-yard line.
Steven, what have you liked from the Centennial side? They've been active on all parts, I guess, of their offense. They had a slow third quarter until that last, but it wasn't even really their offense. It was their punt return team. What have you liked so far as they come to the line?
I mean, other than the communication mishaps, how can you beat this Desert Mountain defense? And they haven't really figured that out yet. It's such a tough unit to beat, and they're playing their best football tonight, and they need it, but they need that offense to pull through. Finds his man on the screen. He's got space pushed out by Dylan Tapley.
I'm sorry, that looked like a block in the back a little bit right there.
No flag on the field right now. First down, Coyotes.
And the no-huddle offense continues. They're going quick to the line to try and make a play.
Levi Johnson in the backfield. Mana slowing the tempo down, trying to get the play in. Mana fakes the handoff, dumps it off. Taken down, pushed out of the sideline by the Wolves. That's number 27, that's Smith. Quick update, Highland has the lead 16-14.
Over Chandler.
Is it Chandler?
Is it Chandler? It is Chandler, thank you to Sebastian. Running the scoreboard for us tonight. That's a big one. That's an open state
That is.
playoff matchup too.
Two big-time contenders in there. Smith, take the handoff to him. Goes right up the middle. Still pushing.
And you had a little bit of a scuffle there between Kenneth Worthy and Santana. A lot of holding between the two. Nothing called. It's good old gridiron football, it seems like there. But, yeah, with how the refs have been calling it, you thought they would have been something.
Matamaros in there on the play. First down, Centennial. Desert Mountain really needs to stop here.
These horns they got tonight, man. Love it. I love it. Feels like college football.
Less than 10 minutes to go. Desert Mountain. They can't allow a first down here. Hands it off. Fakes the handoff.
Flag.
Flag on the field. Mana running for his life.
And I think it might be on the offense here, Steven.
Bloomling finally takes him down. And looks like they're already going to walk it back.
Might be holding on the O-line there. Let's see what happens.
And we're about to hear it.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Not what I expected.
I didn't see it. Well,
are we allowed to say that we didn't see it?
I clearly didn't. I was
I
watching.
didn't see that either.
I was watching Mana run for his life. First down, Centennial. Again, Desert Mountain. Inside 9 minutes, 8:26 left. They need this stop. They need to get something going on offense. But first, they need to get to offense, and they can't allow this Centennial team to score.
Conrad Hamilton is not happy as he looks to call another timeout on the field.
I know they're a little fired up over there, down 14 with their season on the line. What would you change up about their defensive approach right now? Is there anything you would change, or
just stop the run game? I mean, that's been the biggest thing of why Centennial is leading this game. You know, you really think about it, their only offensive touchdown was a running thing, and it was because they let up too many penalties. So if they can control that, you know, of course with Centennial, they have like 3 or 4 guys they go to, and then Mana comes in at quarterback and is able to do those QB sneaks. But they can control that. They're going to be able to hopefully get some points on the board. But McDonough on the other side of the ball for Desert Mountain has to get more guys involved. You know, this defense, like we talked about, been powerful all season long, and we've seen it tonight, holding a very high-powered Desert Mountain offense to just 3 points.
this high-powered Desert Mountain offense just needs to get back on the field? Centennial, again, showing why they are one of the best teams in the state. First down for the Coyotes. Hands it off. That's Johnson right up the middle, still driving. Finally taken down at the 45. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Just a short gain, and the running back just keeps driving his feet.
Well, it's because of the powerful O-line that they got they come in behind him and just give him a little bit of a tush push, as we've seen in the NFL, to put him down more field.
Second down. Fakes the handoff. Out on the screen.
Got a penalty.
Slips. We've got a penalty on the field.
I'm assuming, I feel like it's going to be on Desert Mountain.
Matamoros getting targeted again as we're just awaiting the final verdict. Roughing the passer on Desert Mountain.
Interesting.
And we've got another flag on the field.
And that's, I believe, going to be on Coach Hamilton. He is not happy with that call. His guys have been banged up all night long. His kicker was hit, and there was no call there earlier in the second half. And it looks like it's going to be on Coach Hamilton.
It looks like Coach Hamilton might have got thrown out of the game.
Really? And it looks like it actually, unfortunately. We haven't seen that all year. I'm sorry, but that's he must have had to have said something so horrible, or did he get thrown out? No, never mind. He's still there.
Okay.
Never.
But I
thought he got thrown out.
We see the roughing the passer there, and we didn't see the roughing the kicker.
Yeah.
Handoff right up the middle. Still driving his feet is Johnson. He finally goes down.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sorry to say, I want to go back to it for a second though. He must have had to have said something so bad, as we have a player down on the field, to cause that, because we haven't really seen him throughout the season get those calls, and he's a very emotional. He loves football. So that's a really interesting call though, to get a sideline warning as we have a player down the field. It looked like it was Cassius Atherton.
Atherton down, and yes, Coach Hamilton, he loves his team. He's so passionate. 5th year as the head coach in Desert Mountain. Again, it's their first time in the Open. He's built a winner here. 10-3 last year, 9-1 this year. He's managed to get them in as the lone 5A participant. It's their first ever Open appearance.
I mean, the future is bright. With him at the helm and in this coaching staff has been awesome all season long too. So we've been able to get to know a couple of them too. Awesome guys. So the future is very bright, especially when you got guys like Bryce Herges coming in at quarterback next year and Tony Cumberland on the defensive line.
It's not his first go around against Centennial. He's coached against Richard Taylor as the DC at Chaparral. He beat them in the state finals in 2010. Back on the field, hands it off to Smith. Nowhere to go. Brody Olson. Couple of teammates in there too. Desert Mountain hoping to stop this first down, hoping to force a field goal. And they are fighting uphill now. Under 8 minutes to go. Down 14. They need a stop. They might need a turnover. And they need a couple touchdowns. Hands it off right up the middle. Tripped up, but still driving his feet. That's Johnson. Finally goes down.
And I mean, we talked at halftime, you and me, Steven, about the size of this offensive line. Now it's 4th down. It looks like the kicking team is going to come out here. Or, never mind. It looks like the offense is going to stay out there. Excuse me. But the power of the offensive line is just, we've seen it. And is why they're one of the best in the state.
Looks like they're bringing out the heavy package. They were going to hand it off to Johnson.
Yep.
Timeout Centennial?
Nope, Desert Mountain. It's going to be his loss of the quarter, loss of the half.
Timeout Desert Mountain. Coach Hamilton getting the team, hoping to rile up not a miracle, but the improbable. Trying to figure out how they're going to stop this just incredible Centennial team with fourth, just under a yard to go, and they're going to have to drive the field.
I mean, they got the O-line to do it. They got the guys. So the run game has been great for them all season long, all night long. So let's see if they can get it here or if Desert Mountain's line can stop them to get the ball back for
Coach
the Wolves.
Hamilton, he's emphasized how the maturity, how the senior leadership of this team has taken them to where they are, and they need it now. They need those guys up front to stop what is undoubtedly a run here. Hands it off to Johnson. Johnson looks like he got the first down and more. Centennial first down. About 2 to go. Still got that heavy package in there. Running it up the middle with Johnson, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
That's Tony Cumberland, big on the tackle there, broke down the offensive line, was able to make the stop to not let Centennial get that touchdown.
And they need him here. They need that whole defensive front. They
Yep.
They need everyone. They need all 11 on the field.
They need everyone.
Do you think, if they get to a fourth down, do you think Centennial goes for it?
Well, let's see what happens here.
Second down from the 5-yard line. Hands it off to Johnson, and he's got a wide open hole. Touchdown, Coyotes.
And that, unfortunately, could be the game.
23-3, Centennial. Finally breaking it open in the second half. This Centennial team firing up the crowd. That kick is good. 24-3, Centennial. Desert Mountain in the second half just has no answers to the Coyotes.
We have an update for you guys real quick. Basha leads 31-24 against AIA Queens Creek. Another one for you. Desert Edge comes out on top against Notre Dame. Or excuse me. Yeah, they do advance to the 5A semifinals. Desert Edge does with a dominant 45-14 win over Notre Dame Prep.
Another update, the hockey school. ASU hockey. Charlie Shane gets a goal in...
Who?
Charlie Shane.
Don't know who that is, Steven.
Gets a goal in the third period. Looks like it's going to be 4-3 Sun Devils. But we're here out in Peoria. It's 24-3 Coyotes. And, man, what an impressive game it has been for the perennial open contenders. Bit of a squib kick there. Going to get picked up by Santana Wilson. Taking it out to his right. Has a bit of a crease, but taken down inside the 40. Fires up the fans here on the home side. They knew that he had a chance.
Must be some family.
Centennial. Little tense on that play. Just about everyone in here thought that Santana Wilson had a chance to break it free, but they come up with the stop, and Desert Mountain going to take over on the 40-yard line.
And it looks like that's Bryce Hurges at the quarterback position.
Change up at quarterback here in the fourth. Burgess gets it to Freeberg on the sideline. Close to the first down, but not enough. They're inside, or they're just short of midfield. 5 minutes left in the season. And if Bryce Burgess can provide a spark here, I don't know, why not give him a shot? Finds Tapley.
For the first time all game, and it took Bryce Burgess 2 throws to get it to the number 1 target on this team to move the chains into Centennial's area.
Burgess finds Tapley on the left hash. First down for the Wolves. Another update. AIA Gilbert North is ahead right now. Not sure of the actual score. Up 28-21 against Horizon. Burgess over the middle of the field to Solomon and caught.
And there is life.
Bit of extracurriculars at the end there.
I mean, I'm sorry. 48 was sitting on him way too long. That was Caleb Booker in there. And there should be a penalty.
Intercepted on the throw.
Well, there should be a penalty. Too many men on the field, I'm assuming, is what's going to be the call.
Penalty on the field. Centennial takes it all the way, but it looks like this one's coming back.
Yeah, the head referee. Home fans are not happy.
They are not. But it's entertaining. Well, while we wait for the verdict, CDO is going to overtime in 4A.
I mean, for people that watched it, Booker was sitting on top of him, and then the guy under the offensive lineman for Desert Mountain was trying to get up. Booker was not getting up, and then another offensive lineman for Desert Mountain gave him a little shove.
But wasn't that during the last play?
And let's see the call.
That fires up this sideline here in Centennial. The fans are not happy, but it's going to be first down and 5 for the Wolves. Burgess, he's brought a bit of a spark to this Wolves team. He's been in limited action, but he has been good when he's seen the field 4 games. He's got 354 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Burgess trying to find his big target, Dylan Hipp, tipped up in the air.
And that almost led to an interception there again.
Nearly the dagger to seal it for Centennial. But the Wolves still alive. Down 21 with under 4 minutes left. 2nd and 5. Rayberg going out. Burgess rolling around, looking deep, nearly picked off. He was looking for Journey Solomon in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, that was a 50-50 ball. Unfortunately, Solomon was on the backside of that. But I like the aggressiveness they're going with. We haven't seen a run play. They're trying to go downfield. You got around 3 minutes left in this game, so anything goes now.
They need it here, though. This is four down territory as will be the rest of the game. 3rd down and 5 for Desert Mountain. Burgess trying to bring a miracle. Trying to start a miracle. Batted down behind the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down with the immediate pressure.
Yep, and they got to go. Desert Mountain has to go for it here. You
Aaron
can't settle
Alvarez in there.
You can't settle for a field goal. You have to go for it. This could have been a different game when it was 10-3. Being down multiple scores, you got to go for it and at least try to get the first down.
Don't even have a choice because a field goal, there's no such thing as a 21-point field goal.
Good call, Steven. I didn't know that.
See, I'm a bit of a math guy. 4th down.
Timeout, Centennial.
That's their last one of the game, but the game is right in front of them. In 60 seconds, the biggest play of the game. If you're in that huddle, it can't be a good feeling. I mean, you need practically a miracle if you're Desert Mountain right now.
Yeah, you need a first down and more. So that's what they need.
Shocker upset. Canyon Del Oro misses the game-winning field goal, and Arizona College Prep takes down the Dorados they've taken the Dorados to overtime.
Wow.
All kinds of shocking results throughout Arizona playoffs tonight. But this one, Desert Mountain is hoping to pull something out. Hoping for a miracle to change the scorebook right now. Or just the first change. Firing it out to Solomon, and that's high. And that might be it.
Yeah, that's a tough break for them. That looks like it's going to seal it. No more timeouts for either side. But, I got to give props to Desert Mountain. They had a tough task coming in here. They knew they were going to be the underdogs. They rose up to the challenge for 3 quarters, and we can't deny that. Holding this team to 10 points in the first half. Their only other score before that last run, another run play, was a punt return touchdown. So there's nothing to be ashamed of if you're Desert Mountain, especially as the only 5A team in this open state playoffs for 2023.
Centennial and Coach Taylor celebrating all over the sideline, but they know it's not over yet. They still do need a first down. They need multiple at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just Desert Mountain, again, down 21 without the ball. Under 4 minutes to play, and we've got a flag on the field. Looks like that's against the Centennial offense. That drives them back.
Delay of game after a timeout.
Delay of game after a timeout. Don't see that too often.
Nope.
Mana motioning a teammate across, hands it off, and he's got nowhere to go. Tackled for a massive loss.
And I think
Danny
the backup
Avila
quarterback-
in there now.
Yeah, sorry. Backup quarterback looks to be in.
Danny Avila in there for the rest of the game. He'll take us home. Centennial. An impressive season. An incredible season for the Coyotes. Dominant in every sense of the word. Their only blemish so far this season has been that loss to Liberty that many people were saying was the game of the year. As there's a violent tackle right there.
Yeah, that was a face mask. That was a rough face mask, too. And I think it was on Tony Cumberland.
Cumberland getting a little aggressive in there. It's been a frustrating night for this Desert Mountain team. Especially as of late, knowing that in all likelihood, their incredible run this season is most likely going to come to an end, barring a monumental change. Avila still back there. Hands it off right up the middle. Smith had a hole and he's tripped up. Elijah Bankwell in there. Tripping up the Centennial running back. Limits the gain. But that's going to be a first down. With all the pending upsets and shocking scores so far, there's no way to be sure who Centennial will face next week as they take a knee. But whoever they face, look out. This team, the hype is real. One of the best teams in the country, arguably the best team in the state. And they've got one thing in mind, and that's lifting up an open trophy in a couple weeks. Centennial, just one snap away. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what the time is. They're in championship formation, I think is what you call it. But yeah, I don't know what the time is.
Centennial just winding down the clock. Just waiting. We've got an update. Hamilton is up against Basham. But that's it for tonight. Centennial, an incredible team, an incredible year so far. They move on. Desert Mountain, their incredible season, their dominant season ends tonight. Their toughest foe takes them down. It is too much for them. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm Stephen Buxton. From Parker, Tyler, Lorenzo, Sebastian, thank you all for joining us throughout this year. Desert Mountain falls 24-3 in the open first round. Thank you all for joining in.